It's mid-morning on August 24th, 79 AD. The sun is brilliant over the Bay of Naples. In the prosperous Roman city of Pompeii, the forum bustles with merchants and housewives haggling over fish and wine. Children run through the streets. In the public baths, businessmen discuss chariot races. The mountain looming over them, Vesuvius, is quiet, covered in vineyards. It's been silent for 800 years. Within hours, Pompeii will cease to exist. Not gradually, but in a single apocalyptic day, buried so completely it will vanish from human memory for 1700 years. Using advanced AI technology, we have brought ancient frescoes, archaeological evidence, and eyewitness accounts to life. Today, you won't just read about the destruction of Pompeii, you will experience it. You will smell the sulfur. You will hear the roar of superheated gas racing down the mountain at 450 miles per hour. And you will witness the final moments of 20,000 people who had no idea what a volcano even was. This is the story of the deadliest 24 hours in the Roman Empire, told hour by hour. Pompeii in 79 AD was not a backwater. It was a thriving city of 20,000 people on one of the most valuable pieces of real estate in the Roman world, the Bay of Naples. This region, Campania Felix or Happy Campania, was extraordinarily fertile thanks to ancient volcanic soil. The wine here was exported across the empire. The fish sauce, garum, made in Pompeii, was more valuable ounce for ounce than olive oil. The city was remarkably diverse. Originally Oscan, then Greek, then Samnite, it had been Roman for 150 years. Latin, Greek, and Oscan mixed in the streets. Graffiti shows people from Egypt, Syria, and North Africa lived here. The elite lived in spectacular houses like the House of the Faun, covering entire blocks with mosaics and frescoes. Streets were paved with volcanic stone. Public fountains fed by aqueducts appeared every few blocks. 2 theatres, an amphitheatre for 20,000, multiple bathhouses, and a grand forum defined the city. But Pompeii was Roman in all its contradictions. Slavery was ubiquitous. Brothels lined certain streets. Political graffiti covered walls. It was loud, chaotic, vibrant, alive. Looming over everything was Mount Vesuvius. Here's what they didn't know. It wasn't a mountain. It was a stratovolcano, one of the most dangerous types. But the word volcano didn't exist in 79 AD. The Romans had no framework for understanding what Vesuvius could do. There had been warnings. 17 years earlier, a massive earthquake struck, damaging much of Pompeii, still under repair in 79 AD. In recent days, small tremors shook the ground. Wells dried up. Animals behaved strangely. These signs were ignored. On the morning of August 24th, during Vulcanalia, the festival honoring Vulcan, god of fire, Pompeii was at peace. The irony is unbearable. At 1 p.m., Vesuvius exploded. This was a Plinian eruption, the most violent type of volcanic event. A plug of solidified magma sealing the volcano for 800 years was blown skyward with the force of 100,000 atomic bombs. The explosion was heard 100 miles away in Rome. A column of superheated gas, ash, and pulverized rock shot 20 miles into the stratosphere at over 1,000 miles per hour. From Pompeii, 7 miles away, witnesses saw the mountain's top disappear, replaced by a towering black cloud rising straight up, spreading at the top like an umbrella pine tree. Pliny the Younger, 18 years old and across the bay, wrote the only surviving eyewitness account. He described it as like a tree trunk with branches spreading out, so massive it turned day into night within minutes. In Pompeii, the ground shook from the shockwave. Within 10 minutes, the sky darkened. Then, pumice began to fall. Volcanic rock so gas filled it floats on water. Millions of tons rained down. Stones were pebble-sized at first, falling continuously, accumulating 6 inches per hour. People sheltered indoors, holding pillows overhead when venturing out. The pumice was frightening, but not immediately deadly. Many thought they could wait it out. They were tragically wrong. By 3 p.m., pumice stones grew fist-sized. Roofs designed for rain, not weight, collapsed, crushing those inside. Streets filled with pumice several feet deep. Movement became impossible. Ash-thick air made breathing torturous. People tied cloth around faces, but fine particles still coated lungs. Panic set in. Families grabbed jewelry, coins, household gods, and fled. But where? North meant Vesuvius. South meant escape through city gates to the sea, nearly a mile through streets buried in 3 to 4 feet of pumice. Pliny the Elder, commanding the Roman fleet, made a fateful decision. He sailed toward the eruption to rescue people and observe the phenomenon. His ships reached Stabiae, south of Pompeii, where he went ashore to reassure friends. He would never leave. In Pompeii, the situation deteriorated. By 8 p.m., 7 hours into the eruption, accumulation reached 9 feet. First floors were buried. The city was being erased upward. Many tried escaping. Bodies on southern roads show people carrying possessions, some reaching the marine gate only to find the shoreline extended hundreds of feet. Pumice had filled shallow water. Others barricaded in upper rooms or cellars, hoping to outlast it. Wealthy families huddled with their slaves, sharing final hours with people they'd owned. At the Villa of the Mysteries, a group locked themselves in with food and water. By midnight, pumice fall slowed. The columns still towered, glowing with internal lightning, but the fall decreased. There might have been hope. Then, Vesuvius unleashed its true fury. At 1 a.m., on August 25th, the eruption column, rising for 12 hours, became gravitationally unstable and collapsed. This created a pyroclastic surge, a ground-hugging avalanche of superheated gas, ash, and rock flowing at 100+ miles per hour. Temperature, 400 to 700 Fahrenheit. Nothing organic could survive. The first surge devastated Herculaneum to the west. Victims died instantly, literally frozen mid-action. Bodies in boathouses show people whose brains boiled and exploded, leaving mineral residue discovered 2,000 years later. At 6:30 on August 25th, a massive surge rolled over Pompeii. Those who survived the night probably heard it, like a freight train with hurricane-force winds. Moving at 180 miles per hour, it brought instant death. Extreme heat caused thermal shock. Muscles contracted violently into the pugilistic stance, arms and legs drawn up. This is why plaster casts show contorted positions. They weren't fighting. Muscles contracted from heat. The surge entombed everything. Superheated gas carried billions of ash particles that settled over bodies, preserving the exact moment of death. A second surge at 7:30 a.m. was even more powerful, completely burying remaining buildings. By 8 a.m., on August 25th, 19 hours after eruption, Pompeii was gone. Approximately 2,000 died in Pompeii, 10% of the population. This means 18,000 escaped. Most victims were elderly, disabled, slaves locked in quarters, or those who sheltered in place. The able-bodied who fled early during manageable pumice fall had the best chance. Refugees fled to Nola and Naples, arriving with nothing. Pliny the Elder died on Stabiae's beach, likely from heart attack or toxic fumes. His body was found 3 days later, looking more asleep than dead. Herculaneum suffered worse, buried under 75 feet of concrete-like material. For centuries, it seemed everyone escaped. Then 1980s archaeologists discovered boathouses with 300 huddled bodies, people who reached the sea waiting for rescue ships that never came. Stabiae, Oplontis, Tizigno, all destroyed or damaged. The entire Bay of Naples transformed. Coastlines changed. Rivers rerouted. Landscapes disappeared under volcanic material. Then, silence. Emperor Titus sent aid, but Pompeii was too deeply buried to excavate. The city was abandoned. Within a generation, its exact location was forgotten. Volcanic soil was replanted with vineyards. Pompeii became legend, then myth, then nothing. For 1700 years, a perfect snapshot of Roman life lay beneath 13 to 20 feet of material, waiting. In 1599, workers accidentally broke into a Pompeian building. They found frescoes but didn't realize the significance. True rediscovery came in 1748, when engineer Roque Joaquin de Alcubierre began systematic excavations. What they found astonished the world. Unlike looted, weathered ruins, Pompeii was a time capsule. Oxygen-free volcanic material preserved everything. Bread still in ovens. Graffiti showing daily concerns, political slogans, love declarations, insults, prices. An entire city frozen in time. In the 19th century, Giuseppe Fiorelli invented a world-famous technique. Bodies decomposing beneath hardened ash left perfect hollow cavities. By injecting liquid plaster and letting it harden, he created exact casts of victims in their final moments. These casts haunt us. A chained dog writhing, a mother clutching children, a man covering his face, lovers holding each other, a pregnant woman, gladiators in chains, slaves who couldn't escape. These aren't statistics, these are individuals. We see their expressions, clothing, last gestures. Pompeii lets us look directly into the eyes of the dead and see ourselves. Vesuvius is still active. Volcanologists classify it as one of the world's most dangerous. Over 3 million people live within the impact zone, including Naples, one of Europe's largest cities. Italy has evacuation plans for 600,000 people from the red zone within 72 hours of warning. Whether this is realistic remains debated. The last eruption was 1944, relatively minor. The 79 AD eruption was over 100 times more powerful. Modern monitoring is sophisticated. Seismographs, satellites, gas analysis. Scientists believe they'd have weeks or months of warning. But Pompeii teaches a darker lesson. Warnings don't matter if people don't understand or believe them. In 79 AD, there were warnings, earthquakes, dried wells, strange animals. They were ignored. Would 3 million people evacuate on probabilistic warnings? Or would economics, skepticism, and inertia keep them until too late? Pompeii also teaches about civilization's fragility. This was a wealthy, sophisticated city with engineering unmatched for 1,000 years after. Running water, public sanitation, democratic institutions, art, literature. It was erased in a day. In our interconnected world of power grids, supply chains, digital infrastructure, are we more resilient, or just more complicated, with more points of failure? Today, you can walk Pompeii's streets, stand in the forum where people shopped that August morning, see ruts worn by thousands of cartwheels, read graffiti, touching, crude, human. In the house of the tragic poet, a mosaic shows a chained dog, cave canem, beware of the dog. Playful, protective. Whoever laid it 2,000 years ago never imagined it becoming one of the ancient world's most recognized images. Forum graffiti. Vote for Lucius Papidius Sabinus. Goldsmiths support Gaius Cuspius Pansa. Democracy's concerns rendered meaningless in an afternoon. Near a tavern, I wonder, O wall, that you have not collapsed. So many writers' clicks do you bear? Even then, people complained about graffiti. The most haunting inscription is simpler. In the gladiators' barracks, Celadus the Thracian makes all the girls sigh. Celadus was found among the bodies, killed when the roof collapsed, probably in his 20s. Admired, had fans, a life, dreams, maybe a lover. Then, on a sunny August afternoon, none of those things. Pompeii reminds us history isn't dates and kings. It's ordinary, flawed, hopeful people like us, trying to live in a world ultimately beyond their control. The last hours of Pompeii were tragedy, but rediscovery is a gift. It allows us to touch the ancient world with impossible intimacy. It forces us to confront our mortality and the fragility of everything we build. And it whispers a warning. The mountain is still there, still active. And one day, it will erupt again. If you found this journey through Pompeii's final hours as powerful as we did, let us know in the comments. Should we explore the sinking of Atlantis based on the Minoan eruption? Or perhaps the final days of the Library of Alexandria? Thanks for watching. I'm Tim, and together we'll keep history reborn. I'll see you in the next era.